Hello everyone, it's Shiny Sparky14 and welcome back to more of the World of Magic. So another test right here basically. This time it's going to be with 28 Dexterity. So this time I'm going to equip the Ring of Soul, the Snake Leather Gloves, and the Snake Leather Boots. That's going to give me a total of 28 Dexterity. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. There we go, 28 Dexterity. So here we go, times 2 speed now. Alright, first okay, yeah, kill that Woopa. Alright, so here we go. Normal attacks. Now, what you will see, the first attack was 70, so you get the the perception of holy shit, the damage did increase. I hate to tell you this, but it's not gonna increase. I know it's not really spoiling now that it's this video, but I mean you haven't even seen the results yet, so again, it's not really you actually want to see it. But basically, just pay very close attention to the damage I'm doing, or you can just go ahead and skip to the test page. Every at test 1, test 2, test 3. And you will see the average. And again, something I should note, I've actually had this mindset for the longest time now, ever since I pretty much started playing, because again, like I said in the last video, I'm a numbers guy. I've always been fascinated by all the numbers and damage and how to just get that one extra point of damage or critical or whatever in any RPG game, how to increase it or stuff like that. And one thing I noticed in this game is that Dexterity, people were saying that Dexterity boosts your base damage, and yeah, I don't know. I never really bought it. People, of course, said that. It says on the wiki. But one important thing that you have to know is that Come To Us has never said that. I've tried to look everywhere in the game itself, or maybe in the club hub or something like that, to see if they said that. But they've never said that. Never. I try to see all the boards, all the bulletin stuff, the boards like in the village in this game. It's not there. Like, all the stuff that give you info about skill books and basically how to play the game. It doesn't tell you anything about the stats. It doesn't. And that's what's very intriguing. It's very interesting, to say the least, that you could even make the argument that this entire thing is just a myth, because let me tell you this. If there was a difference in Dexterity doing damage, you would actually see it. Like, you would literally be able to easily see it if you're comparing 6. Not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 6 Dexterity of a difference. These are all of the attacks I got with 28 Dexterity. Look at the average. Look at the average. Also, note, there's not a single attack on here that is over 78. What do I mean by that? Because if you took a look at the red ones, from the previous video, the highest attack I ever did was actually 78. And in here, there's not a single one. 6 Dexterity of a difference didn't even increase my maximum damage, and the average stayed pretty much the same, 55 point something, point whatever. This just goes to tell you that, I mean, and again, I've kind of known this for quite a while, that Dexterity, I'm not saying Dexterity is useless, but the thing about, people saying that it increases your max damage, or, your damage that you do, your base damage as a ranger, it's just simply not there. The numbers do not lie, okay? And when you do tests, and especially if you're an expert on statistics, doing 500 with 22 in this case, 22 Dexterity, and another 500, basically 1,000 total attacks, or near 1,000, basically 99 times 5, 495, but almost 1,000, let's just say, but pretty much 1,000. That's a very good test. The reason why I'm doing 5 tests of 100 is, of course, because there could always be an outlier, but there isn't. I don't know. You guys can go ahead and post whatever you want. You can share what you think of this or whatever, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, I don't think that Dexterity at all boosts your base damage. And I've kind of known this, like, incidentally, in the past before, just by looking at the damage I do with a certain amount of Dexterity and then adding more Dexterity and then comparing it again. But now that I'm doing the test, you can just see it. Like, look at that, I'm still getting all-time lows of like 34 attack. Like, what the hell is this? This is plus 6 Dexterity. Okay, if I was comparing 1 Dexterity, 22 Dexterity versus 23 Dexterity, okay, then, you would of course be able to say, okay, well, it was just 1 Dexterity, and really this test just, basically it was not too, I would say, it didn't turn out to be the best test for one reason or another, because it was just 1 Dexterity, but I'm doing 6. There's a reason why I'm doing 6, because for 6, if it actually increased damage, you would easily be able to see it. No questions about it. You would easily be able to see it do more damage. But in this case, no, you can't. Here's test number 2. Test number 2, basically, once again, 55.94, almost 56 average. And yeah. Now, you do actually see one attack in here that reaches 80. You will see that in green. If you can't see it right now, if you can't catch it, you'll see it in the red text. I was going to say green. Red text at the end of this video. You'll basically see all the ones of 74 higher. So yeah, you do see one of 80, but again, if you're just going to see one random one of 80, it was just dumb luck, you know, and 80 never existed in the previous video just again because of luck. Now, if I saw like a 90, 95, even close to 100, because again, 6 dexterity. I know I keep saying 6 dexterity of a difference, but I can't tell you how important that it is to know that. 6 dexterity is significant, at least to what people say. You should easily be able to see the damage difference, which in this case, you do not. You do not. You do not see a higher maximum damage, you know. I mean, okay, 2 of a difference, 78 versus 80. So I'll take that back, okay, 2. But really, 6 dexterity is going to increase your max damage by 2, and really, anybody with statistics knows that that's just a dumb luck, you know, calculation right there that just happened. So I don't know, it's all just crazy, but... And I should add that you are still seeing random 30-something attacks. If I was getting 30-something attacks with 22 dexterity, I should have easily not been on the 30s anymore if I have 28 dexterity. I'm just telling you, you know, all of that, but yeah. So right here, this is what test is this? Yeah, test number 3, okay? Test number 3. So again, the results are quite shocking just because some people have just been into this game so much and they said dexterity booster base damage when I have always had it in the back of my head, and so have a number of other people. If any of you guys out there who are watching this always thought that dexterity didn't increase it, or, you know, but just never knew for a fact, you can say that, of course. You know, you can go ahead and post that if you want, you know, as a comment. Leave whatever you want. If you think that, actually, what else? I don't know, but basically, whatever you think of all this testing, you know, this isn't going to be the end of the test, because in the next video, we're going to be testing to see if dexterity increases your critical rate. In other words, you know, because people say you get more criticals with dexterity. Some people say you get more hit rate with dexterity. It's crazy, and I'm gonna be testing that to actually see that too. So yeah. But anyways, we are now nearing the end of test number 3. So yeah, we will see the tests pretty much right about now. So here we go. As you can see, the average went up to 57.26, but of course that's nothing. That is not a big deal, considering we have already gotten the 58 point something in the past video, and another 57 point something in the past video as well. I'm just telling you right now, there is no difference. Dexterity does not give you any difference in base attack. If you've always had the mindset of doing that, do a test for yourself and see. If you don't, I mean, I don't know why you would want to do that if you're seeing a test right now. That's kind of the point of this, you know, but if you just don't believe it, despite me trying to prove to you that it doesn't, if you still don't believe it, then go ahead and do a test for yourself. I mean, you know, it's all good. Go ahead and do a test for yourself if you want to. And you will see. You will see that it just does not improve anything. Like, it doesn't. It's crazy. But again, one important thing to note, and I said this in the beginning of this video, is that come to us. I've never been able to find if you know a place, if you know any place where come to us actually states that dexterity is boost the damage for rangers, then okay, all right, tell me about it, please. However, the wiki does not count. The wiki is made by fans, okay? I know in the wiki it says everywhere dexterity booster base damage. That doesn't count. It's just made by people in this game who probably thought that dexterity booster damage, but I don't know. If you try to give me proof by saying that some pro in a server said that, again, that's not come to us. You have to. I want official information from the. Okay, but I'm also not saying that dexterity is useless, because come to us has actually implied that dexterity is useful for a ranger. Although they have not specifically said that dexterity boosts base damage, they've implied that it's better for a ranger. What do I mean by this? Well, for one, when you're creating your character, dexterity is the stat at the highest point for a ranger. You know, I think it starts at 14 or something, or maybe, yeah, I think 14, whereas all the other stats are lower than 14. This is implying that dexterity is the best stat for a ranger, right? Some people would say that yes, some people would still say no. But even if not, then why do all the bows of rangers, and why do like gloves and other stuff, and like for example, snake leather gloves, snake leather boots, they all give you dexterity bonuses and not strength or intelligence, you know? That's what I'm saying. It's basically they're implying that dexterity is useful for rangers, you know? It's the better stat. It's recommended for rangers. There you see another thing, 56.96 average. So there we go. As you can see, the average is not going up at all. It is not. And the all-time highs are around the same. Remember, I got one random 80, one very random 80, just, you know, very low chance to get that maximum damage, I guess. But yeah, besides that, I mean, you see some 74, 76, 78s, but nothing higher. You don't see any maximum higher damage. You don't see any higher average damage. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what else to say about this besides that dexterity just does not boost your damage. But as I was saying, yeah, you know, all the bows give you dexterity bonus. Why not strength and intelligence, you know? Gloves, such as snake leather gloves, snake leather boots, they give you bonuses to dexterity. And, well, you know, that's kind of saying something. Well, I think the gloves can actually be worn by warriors too, right? So, but I don't know. But the bows, of course, bows are for a fact for rangers. You know, that's what a ranger uses, a bow. And if a bow is giving you dexterity bonus, then Come To Us is implying something that dexterity is useful for rangers. But again, they're not necessarily saying, they're not literally saying that dexterity boosts your base damage, because that's not true based on what the numbers say and what the tests do, you know? So, I don't know what else to say about this. I know I've repeated myself a number of times. Basically I'm just trying to state and emphasize this, that dexterity does not boost your base damage, okay? It doesn't. And okay, because this is a post commentary, I know what the next several videos are going to be, and I'll just tell you right now. In the next, okay, but besides the testing videos, I mean the videos after all these tests. In the next training videos that I do, there's going to be a session or something, or like at some point that I'm going to take out my boots, my gloves, and my ring of soul and fight enemies like that. Basically the hunter bow plus 8, 22 dexterity. And you will see that I'm not going to be killing enemies any much slower. Not any slower. Nothing. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's really all I have to say. So here we're going to see test number 5. Yeah, so it's going to be in the park fairly soon. Fairly soon. So again, leave your comments and stuff and whatever you want about this, because the test just does not show what the majority of the fans of this game say. I don't know if they never tested it. I don't know how this word got around, but it's crazy. Here's test number 5, 56.85. I mean, well, there you go. I don't know what else to say about this. The average did not go up. I mean, okay, if you take the ultimate average, let's do the ultimate average. The ultimate average is, let's see, it is 56.56922. That's about 0.25, almost 0.3 of a difference from 22 dexterity. So you might be thinking, yes it does, but no it doesn't. Anybody that's an expert in statistics knows that 0.3 of a difference is just, you know, statistics are never going to be literally the same, and that's just, of course, I mean, really, 0.3 of a difference. You're not even doing 1 damage of a difference with 6 dexterity of a difference, okay? That's the whole average. You can't say that 6 dexterity is going to give you 0.3 more damage. No, that was just, you know, dumb luck again. But yeah, now what you see here on red are, of course, all of the damages that I did 74 or more damage. As you can see, there is 180, but again, just luck. It only happened one time. Besides that, 78s, 76s, 74s, it did not go up any higher. It did not. So with all of that being said, I would like to make the official statement of saying dexterity does not boost your base damage. I have kind of known that for a long time because, again, I'm a numbers guy, and I had always seen that and, you know, compared with and without certain equipment, taking it off, and it just never did anything. A lot of people say it does. I don't know where that came from, but it does not. It does not. And I'll even show you in the videos in the future in which I fight enemies and I take off my dexterity. It's not going to do any difference. It's not, because this is a post commentary, so I know the future what's going to happen. So, whatever. Again, leave whatever you want. So, goodbye everybody, and until next time.